Morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am standing in the shadows of the Diego Martin Hills outside the Regional Corporation. See the sign? Regional Corporation. Oh, you see where I am, eh? Outside the Regional Corporation. The sign across the way says it's the Member of Parliament. That sign there that says Member of Parliament for Diego Martin Central. Residents of Diego Martin, PT Valley, have been calling me all hours of the morning. I want you to listen to the backdrop. See what's going on in the background? You're hearing the noise. You hearing that? That's going on since 10 o'clock last night. This is the Diego Martin Municipal Corporation Police Post. I want you to see where I am, eh? So they can't hide and say they didn't know. The people of Diego Martin this morning dealing with that since 10 o'clock last night. There are police officers on extra duty at that fete. I spoke to the police in Four Roads this morning, Corporal Williams, and he explained to me, police hands tied. The Commissioner of Police spoke to me as well and told me the law is kind of vague and they don't have their own noise measuring device so that they could go to the site and shut the fete down. I've been dealing with this for a couple hours now. So I'm now on site, not at the fete. I am far from the fete. Hear the noise. The infirm, the elderly, the children, normal residents. This is Diego Martin, PT Valley, a densely populated area. I got on to Mr. Christopher Ward at the Environmental Management Authority, the EMA. Mr. Ward said there is no noise variation for this fete. This fete that running from 10 last night, as of now, it is 9:30. So if they have a dancehall license, a magistrate signed that, and that magistrate now has to answer how he gave that dancehall license without a noise variation clearance from the EMA, which is the law. When I finish do this video, I'm sending it again to Gary Griffith as Commissioner of Police for him to get a better idea of what the residents in this area, long weekend, a lot of people use their long weekend, Sunday into Monday, to get some rest. They're not getting their rest because that fete started 10 o'clock last night and it is 9 o'clock in the morning and the DJ is screaming into the microphone. Listen. Listen to that. I'm far from the fete. Now, Mr. Christopher Ward at the EMA is trying to track down, believe this or not, the lone vehicle, the lone unit. There's one unit in the whole country. The EMA has one unit in the whole country to deal with that. Can you believe a country that just had a $60 billion budget only has one unit in the entire EMA? I want you to watch this, because in the shadow of that fete, is a church. of the church. That's a church. Hear that? So, as of now, the EMA that has one noise detection unit for the entirety of Trinidad and Tobago. I have to shout for you to hear me above that DJ screaming into that microphone. All the people who live in 50,000 people have to pay the price for this level of incompetence. They're asking why we're not going up for local government election, because all of it is bullshit. None of it makes sense. None of it works. The residents of these communities have nobody they could call this morning. No councillor, no member of parliament, no police station, because the Four Roads police saying their hands tied, that the people have their permits. I want to know who is the magistrate that gave a permit for that fete, because the EMA has no noise variation for that fete. So for all the people in all the communities around this is going on almost 12 hours now. The infirm, the elderly, the children have had to take that jamming in this lawless country and have nobody to be able to turn to. And there are many people who are going to watch this video and talk about their situation in their communities. So it's not just Diego Martin, It's not just Diego Martin, and it's not just Simeon Road. We live in a country where we spend money for no reason. But actual representation of the people, there is nothing like that. So all the people who living in the shadow of this fete, today, had to give up their sleep last night because there is no government of Trinidad and Tobago. There is no state. There is no law enforcement. There is no law. There is nothing that makes sense, because they could throw a fete. A magistrate could give permission. Police could take up extra duty at the fete, and there be no noise variation. Now this is where it gets trickier. When you call to complain, you better have your own noise detection device, because the EMA only has one for the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. And if right now it's in Point 14, how long will it take to get here? Because according to the law, that noise is supposed to be limited to the boundary of your property. Look at this. Living in your house, trying to raise your family in a law-abiding manner, 9 o'clock in the morning, gunman in your hole. Isn't this the most insane country? And Keith Rowley is going to come now. Officers, good morning. Could I see you for a minute, please? They are going to be able to say that they are doing a job. But what is the job? When the people of all of Diego Martin and Pity Valley cannot get peaceful enjoyment of their property. This is why Trinidad and Tobago is what it is. Because nobody is in charge. And nobody is running this country. And if you put God out your thoughts next election and vote one of the jackass brigades back into office, prepare to take up with that. You see, all don't think it through, but it is this moment. It is gun in your face. It is run off the road. It's the company you're working for get shut down and stolen and given to friends of the government. It is laws that are restricting your human rights while allowing people to be able to do what the hell they want. This is Trinidad and Tobago. I am waiting now on Mr. Christopher Ward at the EMA to track down the lone device that they could get it here to Simeon Road to take a noise reading so we could instruct the police officers, please. This is a breach of the peace. They are breaking the law. Shut this party down. But if that happens, at any time soon, it is because we have intervened. Had we not intervened, the people of Diego Martin had to put up with gunman in the hole for the rest of the day. And this noise here is them after they turn down the music. So the people who live in all around me, all the people who live in here, including this church, had to take gunman in the hole this morning. No peaceful enjoyment of property in this lawless banana republic. Gentlemen, what's the time? What is the time? 9:30. Gunman in she-hole. Raise your girl children. Monday morning, 9:30. Public holiday. Gunman in she-hole. I feel like I'm walking behind a DJ truck. I'm so far from that party. You have a member of parliament. You have a local government. Western and Four Roads police stations. How could we pay salaries for all of this and the people get nothing like representation? How could we continue to accept this? How could we? Besides the two police stations, municipal police in the shadow of it, the laws of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago are predicated on peaceful enjoyment of property. Peaceful enjoyment of property means that you could get up on your holiday and relax and disturb nobody else and have nobody else disturb you. Instead, take gunman in your hole. I mean, it's so ridiculous that that is the song that is being played. I'm laughing at it. Gunman in your hole. Eh, Trinidad? That's what you're voting for? Election time? Gunman in your hole? There is no authority in this country this morning where the people of Diego Martin, West and Central are concerned. The people of Pity Valley, that church, and all the people around this hill have nobody to turn to enforce the law. Now, what's the difference between Trinidad and Tobago and Iraq and Libya and Syria and other banana republics and countries run by dictators where you could do what the hell you want? If you want a better Trinidad and Tobago, you see the Daryl Smiths, you have to fire their stunting asses, because Daryl Smith is of no value to Trinidad and Tobago. Daryl Smith is of no value to the people of Diego Martin Central or Diego Martin West. You see that local government council? Waste of freaking time. The municipal police, waste of time. The fact that we still cannot get a clear law that says my right to swing my fist stops at your right to not be hit in the face, where the disturbing of the peace is concerned, shows that this is a failed nation. We have no government. We have nothing in authority to represent the people. And if you want a better country this morning, you have to make a commitment to yourself at your earliest convenience to vote this band of incompetent clowns out of office. All 41. I will update you if this fed gets shut down. I know the police and the EMA are watching this live video. I will update you what happens after. Stay safe, Trinidad and Tobago.